Oh, we do like to be beside the seaside. We do like to be beside the sea, especially when we can introduce you to dead people. We're going to take you to a place where something went viral. It went around the world. It's still online with thousands of people checking it out every day. We're going there right now. But before you come up, I want to welcome you to another one of Alan Robson's live ghost hunts. I'm not alone. Kenny, if you'd like to come in too. Kenny's back with us again. Kenny, who has worked in radio for all of his life, pretty much. And now we're striking out alone. I've done a lot of that as well, a fair bit of television around the world, writing books on paranormal things. And on the other side of the camera, if you don't mind just grabbing it so that Tony can pop in, we have Tony Hollywood McShane, who, again, a radio producer, also our cameraman, who found this place after we were contacted by a lady called Kaylee.
Yeah, well, she messaged the group and she said, you've got to come here because loads happen. And it's been in the Chronicle for something happening. It's been brilliant. It's gone viral, so, you know, let's hope.
So we got to do it. Grab the camera. Let's make our way there now. And remember, we're taking you to have your experience. It's your experience that counts. And we ask you, whoever you know, wherever they are on planet Earth, make sure you share it, because tonight we've got an absolutely beautiful protective amulet that we're giving away in our very own fabulous Night Owls drawstring bags. First time we've ever had such a thing. So come with us. Happy days. You may have already recognized where we are. It's a place that in olden days was known as Whitley. That's what the Vikings called it. The Anglo-Saxons called it Whitley, which sounds quite posh and posy. Let's just show you a bit. This, you might see a bridge over yonder. I think you maybe saw it on the way up. And this trail that leads down here, it actually goes under the road, but we can't do that. We've got to go over the road and back down to it, is a thing that for years was known as the Smuggler's Trail. So come on, let's go there. Too many trails for me, but boats used to go offshore. They didn't want to go into ports because they were smugglers and they didn't want to be seen. So they'd wait till it was late at night. They'd come in when the tide was either out, and they'd row their boats in, and they'd bring on carts, usually pushed by hand, because obviously you cannot take horses and ponies when you're on board ship. And you would bring them up the trail. So not crossing the road or anything, but this is long before there were roads, long before there were bars, public houses. Just be careful, we're good. We're good to cross. Got a little bit of distance to cover. We've got about 10 minutes to get to where we're going, but there's a story here that I didn't know until I started researching this place, and it's well worth repeating. If you were going to invent a story about a pirate, what name would you give the pirate, do you think?
It's normally sort of black beard or something like that, isn't it? It would be that
usually.
Kind of thing.
Be very careful down here because it's steep. Watch your steps, everybody. Blackbeard, right? Redbeard was famous. Captain Kidd, Captain Morgan, all the good pirate names were taken. But the story I'm going to tell you is about this place here. And for those of you that have been a little bit further up the coast to Tynemouth, I want to start there. I would imagine many of you, I know you've been to the Priory before, Kenny, haven't you? I think you have too, haven't you?
Yeah, I love it.
Beautiful place. Yet it's on a crag. And the part of the crag that nobody sees if you visit the castle is 40 feet directly below the battlements of the place. Now, if you go down to that place, 40 feet from the front facing the sea, there's a window. And that window looks directly out at the North Sea. And this pirate, whose name was Geordie, yeah, Jingling Geordie. What? When I heard the name, I thought, no, but it's true. The guy was called Jingling Geordie. He was a pirate who never went to sea. Yet he sank, we're told. Some say 3 ships, 9 ships. Others say as many as 30 ships. So we don't know. But he would wait in this little cavern directly beneath all of the people that should have been wanting to kill him. And he'd watch out for a ship coming in. And this is the old trail. That used to be open through to the other side, as you can imagine. There's water down here, so no falling in. And they would bring on hand carts right the way up the trail into town, because Whitley Bay main town was just up here. It's not over there where you would expect it to be. And they'd come up this trail with hand carts looking for any bars, inns or taverns, and they would sell obviously cheap booze to keep the bars running, so they didn't have to pay the extortionate rates that were charged elsewhere. Mind you, you know, you might see something down here. I think we just want to try not to zoom too far away from one beam so people can see it, Kenny, if you know what I mean. So this place should be haunted, yet there's not a story about it. Let's put a bit of pep on so we can get to our target and spend as much time there as possible. I know Kaylee's waiting for us up there right now. And it's along this track that people would bring not just pirates, ordinary people. Because what Jingling Geordie, and incidentally, if you're looking this up on Wikipedia, look for Jingling Geordie Spot, because that is where dragons, treasure, and poltergeists all merge. However, Jingling Geordie would get the ship crashed. He'd light a fire on the beach, drawing the ships in. The ship would crash on the rocks. All the people from the vicinity would run out and see what they could get off the beach. You know, we've had cases fairly recently. Remember that case when a boat, a container ship crashed and people were picking up BMW motorbikes and all kinds of stuff from the beach? It's exactly the same then. The people had nothing. They were on the bones of their backside. So they loved Jingling Geordie. Geordie sunk another one. Let's go down to the coast and see what we can get. And sometimes it would be food. Sometimes it would be, you know, just bowls and dishes and pots, or silk, or very occasionally gold, whatever they could get their hands on. And Jingling Geordie, why was he called Jingling? Because he had his hands full of gold. That wasn't the reason. He was a flamboyant character. He had rings on all of his fingers. No relation.
Jingling Allen.
No relation. But he had rings on all of his fingers. He had chains hanging. You know that fashion? It was only, was it 80s? Used to have chains hanging like bondage trousers. You'd have all these chains and a thing called fetters, which I think are straps with bells on. Right. He didn't mind people knowing that he was coming, they'd hear him. You know, if he was a tavern, he was so popular here for providing all of this free stuff, that when you heard the jingle, it's Jingling Geordie. You can imagine him being a right gobs person. You can imagine.
I wonder if that's what it's him and with bells on.
And with bells on, hey, you never know. But Jingling Geordie, I could picture him wheeling something up here, because if you see, nobody in any houses that were here at the time could possibly see. No. You know, not down here where there's tiny little bridges over the river and what have you, the little stream. Let's just stop a second. Look at that tree. That tree.
Trees look very old, don't they?
I wonder if they were here at the time.
That reminds me of the lightning tree.
Television.
The tree got hit by lightning, and there was a series on in the 70s.
Yeah. Ring, the lightning tree.
Now, funny enough, this tune of that, honestly, the signature tune of that is exactly like that song that was in the charts not long ago. You know, the boatman thing, the keel, whatever, that one? It's in the charts not long ago. It was #1. It's exactly the same tune as that. Honestly, look it up.
Do you do drugs?
No.
Okay, let's walk on.
I promise it is.
I know which song you mean, Kenny.
Ooh, there's got to be stuff around here. There's got to be stuff around here. What a place this is. Feels really calm.
Very calm, quiet.
And it's warm.
It's warm.
And down by the beach, it's freezing.
Warm.
Yeah, it's good.
Lovely moon.
So anyway, Jingling Jody, what do you think happened to him?
I would imagine he got robbed in the end by someone else, did he not?
No, weirdly, not at all. Are we going straight ahead or?
I have no idea. I think it's straight ahead.
We
We
didn't
didn't
be a
come this
long
way.
show. We just see it coming to an end. Second hour, and we still haven't got there yet.
We're still on this
Yeah,
track.
let's rock on. It must be
Well,
up here.
we're on this way.
No, you can understand people just trundling along here, sneaking in. Really, the sneaky route, and everybody knew it was the sneaky route too. But know what happened to him? He became like a local celebrity of his time, and all the people around here would never give him up, even though they offered money to do precisely that. And then one day he was in a bar in a place called. Was it a bird?
Yeah, I was feeling like from the coast.
Don't pretend to be a runway.
He's right.
I know, that's what I think.
The plane once landed on my stairway, you know. So I left the landing light.
Oh, no, good.
Oh!
Enjoy your last trip.
Yeah,
Kenny.
thanks. Like your last trip before.
I know. Oh, hey, I nearly won a cropper. I'll split me converse. No, but back to Jingling Jody. He went to a place called Claremont, which is where we're going. It's a very small village, or it was back in the day, and he had a young lady that he would meet who worked behind the bar of a tavern there, which I think is possibly now named after a seabird. I'm not going to say which one for obvious reasons, but it's here in Whitley Bay. And, whoa. Nice to the left, could be another bird. We could be utterly ruining their bedtime routine. Hang on a second.
Voice? Your voice?
I don't know what I got. I got a mumble or a whisper. Mumble or a whisper. Not sure what it was. Right. No, Jingling Jody was visiting this woman in Claremont, where we're going, because we're heading to Claremont now. And, oh, stairs. Oh, you didn't tell me there were stairs. I'm going to need roping to you to get up these. Oh, come on. You just... I got nettled before as well while you were visiting the beach. Oh, yeah, I can get up there. Yeah. No, Jingling Jody visited Claremont. And while he was chatting up his beautiful woman behind the bar, a guy came in who was with the customs, and they heard the rattle and the chinging of his fetters, and they knew it's the pirate they call Jingling Jody. And he tried to make a run for it. He got to the door when he got shot in the back of the head by a musket that came out of his right eye. And that was the end of Jingling Jody. Or was it? Hang on. I got some in there as well. Did you hear that? There may be people about, you know. There may be people about. Just, it was very quiet down there. Just while you are where we are, just worth a look, isn't it? Now you might think that's the end of the whole jingling Geordie thing. However, the king heard the bird, you think? Right. Do you know where we are now?
Yes, that way.
This way.
That way. Yep.
But you see, I can't see for the lights, but I'm guessing it's this way. The king got to hear that Jingling Geordie was dead and that he had treasure. Because pirates, when they die, they got treasure, don't they? Now, whether it was true or whether it wasn't true doesn't really matter. But within 24 hours of that news getting back to the northeast, the king had ordered them to go and find that treasure at all costs. It was supposed to be jewels, especially jewels and gold. And some of the soldiers went in, and the description that it has in the history of this, the actual history writes, 3 were hurled to their doom by an unpleasant spectre. Now, that's like a poltergeist, you presume. Hurled to their doom. So they fell out of the cave, which made the other soldiers a little bit careful whether or not they were going to go in or not. However, eventually, Sir Walter, who came from a place not far from here called Monk Wearmouth, and that guy, Sir Walter, apparently went in, got all of the gold, and came out. And there's a rhyme, and it's in my backpack, but it goes something like, gold and gold and gold untold, diamonds, sapphires, and more. Brave and gallant Sir Walter won it all for being so bold. And that is written in the history of this area. So the fact is, we know that this guy existed. We know it's true. We know where he lived. We heard about the cavern. The cavern was also supposed to have a dragon in there to keep people at bay. Then this poltergeist to keep people at bay. A curse to keep people at bay. To be honest, am I convinced about the treasure? I don't really know. I don't really know. But we do know that in Claremont, where we have just arrived, this is Claremont, this area is where he died, nastily. And let's face it, if we can prove, and we can, that this guy died here, what's to say his spirit's not here? So let's get to the game. We are now less than 3, maybe 4 minutes away from where we need to be, to the thing that you probably saw if you live in and around Tyneside. And I know some of you live on the other side of the world. I get that. If you read local press, this was a huge story of its time. It went digital. I remember people sending it as little gifts around, not gifts, little MPEGs to various people. And I got one on my phone about this story. Never thought I'd be coming to see it. But the thing about this place, it's active. And it's active now. And even today, having spoken to the people that look after it, they're saying it's normal. This kind of stuff happens all the time. I was talking to one lady, a smasher called Moll, and this lady, she runs this particular building. And she said, "Oh, I'm a skeptic. You probably don't want me talking." And I said, "No, please do," but she wouldn't. And that's we respect her views for that. But she said, "But there's weird stuff in here." And I said, "But you don't believe in ghosts?" And she said, "No." So I said, "Well, what do you believe in?" She says, "Well, there's something there. The atmosphere is wrong." And I had to explain that an atmosphere is the energy of the place. What are ghosts? Ghosts are energy. And there's stuff in there. There's energy that behaves differently to other places. And that's where we're going now. I'm guessing that Kaylee will be waiting for us. let's go and meet her and hear what she has to say. This is the place. And, you know, we talked last week, just before we finished, to say that we visit a lot of castles and stately homes and mansions and all those kind of places, cemeteries, places where you would expect there to be stains left by history. More than 90% of people sighting spirits in their own homes. It's the knock from the attic. It's the dark shape that moves past the door. It's the creak that you put down to, that must be next door. Or maybe a heavy truck went past. There's stuff going on. I believe the spirit around each and every one of us all the time. But in this place, it's supercharged. Let's go and have a look. Let's give the door a knock. They got the light on for us, which is good. Good start. And here she is.
Hello.
Hello, Kaylee. I would long distance shake of the hand. Hey, before we come in, this is Kaylee. Oh, just hold that anywhere within the chest, within the Chester region. This is Kaylee, who came onto the group and said hi. Now, as an aside, you have just found this out tonight. You run your own paranormal group called Paranormal Newcastle.
Yeah, that's the one.
So obviously she's open to stuff. First of all, the stuff that Molly, the boss, has experienced here. What kind of things has she told you about?
She's told me a lot of things. She tries to rationalise things, which is really good because that's what we all do.
Absolutely,
I like that.
100%.
I mean, she's experienced a lot of things. So, she doesn't like the atmosphere in one of the rooms. She really doesn't like it. Like I don't.
She says she doesn't go in there though. She chooses not to go into one of the rooms that she runs, which is just kind of odd.
A lot of people don't. So it's not that I don't like it. A lot of people who've walked in don't like going in that room.
Right.
During the day, you get people who play snooker. They don't notice anything. They go in and play snooker, but other people do. So people do notice it and actively not want to go in.
Now, before we go in, I want your stories too. Now, with respect to, you mentioned that back in a previous regeneration of the building, it was a working man's club.
Yeah.
And the toilets weren't where the toilets were. It was a different room, a room of different sort. But the ladies I've got to go into the ladies' loo. Now, this is, I might as well explain. But apparently the ladies' loo has got something going on.
So both me and Molly have heard this. You can be in the toilet, and I mean, I'll tell you, I was in once, and I worked here as well as my dad's bar as well. So I come in and I hadn't turned all of the TVs on, so there was no noise, nothing was on in the building.
Right.
Walked into the toilet, and I heard somebody outside go, and I thought, oh, there's a customer come in. So I darted out thinking that there's somebody there, and there was not anybody there. And there was another time where I've been in and I've heard glasses being put on the bar. For one, there wasn't any glasses on the bar to make the noise.
Right.
And two, there wasn't anybody except in the small room which we were talking about. And I went in and I asked them, was that you? And they said no. Mol's also heard the sound of glasses on the bar when she's been in the toilet as well. So it's something that not just me has experienced. She'll rationalise it, and I would try to. It's just hard to put.
Well, when I was talking to her as a skeptic, and she's a skeptic, and absolute respect to skeptics, because as far as I'm concerned, a skeptic's only somebody who hasn't seen one yet. Because I was the biggest skeptic in the world, and I ended up having to eat just bucket loads of humble pie once you've actually seen something that you absolutely can't explain. But when I was talking to her, she absolutely believes. There's not she can call herself a skeptic as much as she likes. I'm not going in there with that energy in there. And you think, if she'd have said, I'm not going in there because of the ghost in there, whatever you want to call it, it's kind of the same thing. But talk us through this viral incident that happened. Were you in at the time?
I'm in the video. I was talking to my friend. So my friend Alex was sat at the bar, and because I'm quite often drinking in the bar, I happened to be in the video. unfortunately.
Wrong kind of spirits,
Yeah,
Kaylee.
wrong kind of spirits. Maybe. But I was stood talking to my friend, and there was Mol was behind the bar. So Mol, who you met before, was behind the bar working. A customer had just been drinking, and it was a pint of Coke. Had put their drink on the other side of the bar. She collects it, brings it over to the main bar. As I say, it was cold. It had just been drank out of by a customer. Put on the bar. We're talking, and it just exploded.
But there's nobody within like 5 feet of this thing.
It was, so the bar's about here, and I would have been sat at the seats here. She's behind.
Did
the
you
bar.
get shattered with it? Did you?
Probably, yeah. It made a really loud noise. So on this video, I go like it's quite dramatic. It's the video is of the CCTV, so it's nobody videoing it. It's
getting ready for when the glass goes off because he's standing there with his slug gun.
Yeah, it's the CCTV.
Loads of people have tried to rationalise this because there's a bar down by the River Tyne, Gateshead, that had a similar experience of the Central Bar had an exploding glass, and everybody came up with it. Well, that happens all the time in bars, and it doesn't.
So.
It just doesn't happen all the time in bars because they wouldn't have gone viral if it happened all the time in all the. And they say, "Oh, it's when there's water on the bar. It's when." It would be dangerous to go to a pub if that was normal because it shattered like a proper explosion.
Really exploded. There was glass all over the floor and everything. It went, and as I say, like it's like the customer had just been drinking out of this, so it's like saying that could have shattered
in his hand,
the customer's hand,
absolutely,
or
his table.
No, and it didn't. It shattered on the bar.
And the great thing about it since though is that Tony came down here. I think it was Tuesday of the week, just to have a look around and see where are we going to be able to place ourselves to check this place out. And he said he was hearing stuff all the time and the place is empty.
Yeah, it happens. It's usually when the place is empty as well. So like now, and there's not been anybody in for a while. So you've got little clicks and little the building makes itself known.
Right. So you ready? Let's go in. After you.
Come in. When you're in, I'll bolt the door after.
Yeah, no, okay, we can do that. Right. Just gotta being bolted in now. No, there's no escape. That's great. No, lead the way. We know that this place is closed at the moment, because you're refurbing and getting ready for when
we can let people back.
When normality returns, whatever that's going to be.
So apologies for the mess and watch your step.
No, we love the mess. This is the best time to visit a place like this because obviously if it was open, we wouldn't be able to do this.
No. I've got a story about this door.
Well, hang on. While we're here, tell me the story of this door.
So I was sat playing on a Monday night with three of us sat, and we have lads who come in on a Monday night and they play dominoes. Right. They happened to finish playing dominoes earlier than expected, so people had ordered taxis. So we sat and we played dominoes on the table. Through there, the door makes a really loud sound. So
we just heard that,
and that's an unmistakable sound. That noise.
Right.
That door. You know when somebody's walking in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm halfway out my seat to go and tell a customer that we're closed, and I see a black shadow walk towards the door, not out of the door, towards the door. Nobody in.
Right.
And my colleague who was sat there heard the door as well. So two out of the three heard the door.
Right. And you saw?
I was sat facing the window there, and then two were sat facing the other way.
Could you make out the shape, man?
No,
just blackness.
Yeah.
Blackness. Let's show me some blackness. That's one room we're going to be going in there soon, but let's start off down. The Nettie of Doom. That's the one that
the ladies' toilet.
The ladies' toilet that you heard everything.
So it's this bar you'll hear the.
Oh, and this is but it's through here where the shattering took place. So let's get in. Yeah, this is the famous thing. There is the CCTV camera, and I think it was about here, was it?
Yeah, it was.
It was about there when it just. And the thing that made it more interesting was I think there was a couple of people sitting back here, and they just kind of went. To me, I would have been. I would have been up. I would have been hitting the ceiling.
Me stood there, and the glass probably shattered, so I had gone. And Mole went. You could see her jump as well.
Yeah.
It was mad.
It was indeed.
I mean, it's never happened again.
Well,
it's never
yeah,
happened
no,
before.
I know. But thank heavens it did, to let us know that there's a good reason for us to be here. So what we're planning, what's been the most vivid thing that you've had, was other than that, obviously?
I mean,
The Black Shadow, was that the worst it's been?
yeah, I'm not the only one that's seen that. There was another, my auntie Louise. We were sat one night. It's often when you're sat on your own, so not many people are sat on their own and witness things. But Louise was in, and she was sat here, and she saw the shadow walk past the door as well. And I, at the time, hadn't actually told her that I had seen it.
Oh, right.
So she
but
saw
that's
it,
that
and
backs
I
it
went,
up, though.
It's funny you should say that, because I seen that.
Now, there's a couple of reasons that it could be. Now, we mentioned that story about the jingling pirate. Now, who knows? We do know that there's two main roads that had essentially hovels built upon them. And there's an amazing story about Whitley Hall that's 6 minutes away from here. Used to be the biggest mansion house in the area at the time. And it was built by a family called Hudson, who were the owners of a number of coal mines. They ended up seeking a bigger mansion house, and they sold it, and it was passed on and on and on, eventually to its last owner, M.W. Lambert. And this Lambert character had a very, very posh house and a bloody, nasty, gory, horrific story attached to it. And the story ends with murder being done here in Claremont, and the entire row of houses burned to the ground. Now, I'll tell you that tale a little bit later, but I think what we should do is maybe set ourselves up. Can we switch toilet lights off? Or
They're emergency
they're
lights.
emergency lights, so we've got them. That's okay. Right, well, let's just start doing our thing. I think we should...
A little tour.
Yeah, show us what we've got first, and then we'll start
So
putting people in places, including yourself if you're game to
we've actually
to
got...
play.
People call this is the area where the figure was seen, but I'm not. There's not just us that are seeing the figure. There's table 9. This is table 9.
Table 9.
So a customer who used to come in, sadly, is no longer with us, so he can't tell you the story himself.
He might be here tonight. That would be lovely to think so.
He was really good friends with me, so I hope so.
I hope so too.
But he used to play snooker all the time on this table, and he was playing snooker, and he said, "Excuse me," to a man who he realised wasn't there.
Right.
And he told me that many times. He also used to play snooker in that room, and he said that the atmosphere wasn't right in that room.
So you had to come. But this was his table. What was it?
This
Do you mind his first
It's
name?
called Jim.
Jim. This is Jim's table. Table 9, Jim's
So
table.
He also, so not him, sorry, one of my colleagues, an ex-bartender, seen 2 snooker balls on this table roll and click together when there was nobody in the snooker hall. So
Jim's bound to be coming back here, isn't he? He's bound to be. I would love to think so. Everybody pictures Spirit as like a black, dark thing, and it doesn't have to be. There's a lovely side to it too. So this first place, now, through here, do you mind if I do this one?
No, go for it.
This one here, you go through the door. It's just to a fire exit. All it is, fire exit. That's all, down there. However, it's next door to a funeral parlour. So, well, it's a funeral parlour. What can I say? The bottom line with all of that is, does it have a bearing? Maybe tonight we'll find out. So this is, what do you call this room?
So this is, we call it now the alcove, but because it used to be a working men's club and then at one point a nightclub. I think it was called the Old England, and at once it was called something with the name Velvet in it, although I'm not really. Yeah. This used to be the stage area.
All right.
And there was customers playing on this table. One time a woman came over and said, I can hear music, like really faint music. And that was quite odd because I know the history of the building.
So it could have been an echo of the old night.
Another one said that they seen the snooker cues moving on the rack at the other end of the room.
Right. We want some of that tonight.
So people have come over and said things have happened, and it's a bit mad.
Is this the dark room that she's not very keen on?
No, that's the small one over there.
Let's go to it. Let's give it a look. Jim, look after your table. We'll come back. We'd love to bump into you, Jim. You sound lovely. So, is it through there? No.
No, so straight forward and to the right.
Straight forward. Oh yes, I see. All right. So when we came in through the door, oh yeah. Oh, this has got a different atmosphere.
So it does. As soon as you walk in, it's just not.
There's a queue on the floor. Was there always?
I can't remember.
You can't remember?
It shouldn't be on the floor. It should be on the rack.
Yeah, there you go. Because I can't remember saying that because we did a little recce before we came here. This has a different atmosphere to that other place completely. Mm-hmm. It's heavier in here, isn't it?
It's definitely heavier. That's how I explain it as it's just a heavier feeling. I don't ever like coming in this room. So at the end of the night, when you lock up, you put the covers on the tables, and sometimes it's just, you miss this room. I don't want to come in.
Right.
It's not there. You come in the morning, leave it at night time.
No, for sure. Just interesting. Because I'm one of these people that notice stuff that's out of place. And when I came in before, it was daylight and I didn't see that.
That shouldn't have been on the floor. I mean, we've been closed for a while. Nobody's played snooker on this table.
Well, no, you wouldn't imagine.
So it shouldn't be on the floor. I can't tell you whether it was or wasn't.
No.
But it shouldn't be.
No, it's just kind of thing I would have think I'd have noticed. So is that the 3 rooms? Because there's the bar.
There's also a stairway at the very back. I don't know.
Show me. No, we want to see everything while we're here.
There's behind the bar as well. So there's the cellar. I can show you this if you like.
Yeah, let's see it all.
So because we're closed, we can go behind the bar.
You've got a snuggy place. Oh, right. Oh, no, this is good.
A few bit left thing. I don't know whether this is just moves because the cooler, but I've done. I've been in here and this door's done this, but I don't know whether it's because there's a breeze. Because
there could well be pressure of some kind. Oh, maybe there's a.
It's just storage for like bottles.
Yeah. No, it's good to know. It's good to know. Just a tiny little storage facility. It's the business end of a bar. It's what it is, like you would imagine. And hey, isn't that just like your worst hell?
Oh,
have you seen this? Isn't that your worst hell?
Skyboxes and
which one is which? I bet you've got.
I can tell you which Sky remote touches which TV usually, but there is now, since we sort of opened up mid-lockdowns, there's been a lot of TVs put in.
Yeah.
And a projector. So
we have enough difficulty just working out between like the satellite, your ordinary telly. So I don't envy you.
Yeah,
so we've got
you the back stairs.
Yeah, you said there was one more stairwell.
Ignore the scaffolding. We are renovating.
No, absolutely, it's all good.
Don't know what's down here. I haven't looked. I know what's down here, but I don't know if there's any clutter. But we also have like a fire exit here.
Sure, of course.
The back.
Oh, right.
Storage. I've never really felt comfortable here either.
Right.
It's just storage rooms. Really.
I don't need to be in there.
Probably spiders.
Spiders are okay. Well, you say that until one stands on me. Right. No, that's great.
This has a little bit of a heavier atmosphere as well.
This is gassy. Is you getting a bit of gas? I mean, I don't mean like you're going to burp at any time.
Maybe. I know there's dry cleaners next door. So within the building, there's a dry cleaners, which, by the way, I'm not going to mention just for privacy of the business, but another business within this building has told me that they also have activity.
So the activity, yeah. Well, you see, if this is the row of houses where people died, and then they've rebuilt them as businesses, it wouldn't surprise me. What we were thinking of doing, had we managed to, we discovered the beach was further away than we thought. But had we had the time, we were going to knock on a few doors around here and see if any of the people in the houses had anything. Maybe even the school across the road, although I'm sure they probably wouldn't want to scare the pants off their little tiddlers that go there. Right, I think what we want to do then is just set out and give it a try. I'm so tempted to stick you on the back stairs, but I'll leave that, Kenny, for the moment. Can we give Kenny? If you just want to hang loose, Kaylee, I'll just plot Kenny somewhere. We're going to be using a few different tools tonight. I know were you all right?
Yeah.
That's good. You're not feeling all's good. I do think you can absolutely tell atmospheres and what have you. We're going to be using slightly different tools and share. If you do share, we've got, there are our new Night Owl string bags. How cool are they? And there's the trendy see-through one. If you were to win something that we would consider jewellery, and tonight what you could win is this rather wonderful pendant. It's an amulet. It's for protection. It has upon it, if you can get a good look in there, it has upon it the sun, the moon. It also has the mountains. Now the Vikings use that triangular symbol to denote rather the 9 lands of infinity. You know, you say Valhalla is the great hall where if you're a brave warrior you die, but they have a much wider heaven, and that covers essentially the earth, the sun, the moon, the spirit, of course. So if you share what you're watching right now, one of you this Sunday will be the recipient of this protective thing. Now, what do you do with it? You can wear it if you want to wear it. I know that some people that seek protection, they hang them from their car mirrors. Other people put them over the side of a mirror in a bedroom to keep themselves and the family safe. So what they'll be getting, I'll put it in a little plastic bag again, and that will go in there eventually. I will do that, I promise you, before the end of the show. So that is going to be a prize. We're going to have different prizes. We've already given the headphones and stuff away. Be different prizes, but make sure you share this with as many people as you can. Let's grow this as quickly and as organically as possible. But Kenny, for you, I'm definitely going to stick you in this dead room, the one that's along here, that's got the funny atmosphere. So, in fact, I'm going to put you here. There's your chair, director's chair. In fact, no, not that one. This one here.
So I'm in the room where the queue's already been moved.
Well, if it was, we don't know, but that's.
Okay.
You stay there, and well, you gotta have you. Anyway, let's move that out. You've got an emergency light though, Kenny.
Yeah, that's
Give me a shout if you have any experiences at all. We'll be listening for you. Right, we've got his torch then, Kaylee. So he's in there in the dark. So I think the best place for you is probably in here, and I'll go next door. So if you want to hit a corner, maybe somewhere where you can see and hear the whole thing, because of the group that you're in, I'm not speaking to somebody who's brand new at this kind of thing. So I presume you're open.
Yeah.
And as long as you're open to everything, we always say this to everybody. It's not just a question of sitting there and waiting for. Everybody seems to expect that ghost from Ghostbusters that ate the sausage in the first film. It's going to burst. It's going to be like a madhouse. It's more subtle than that. But you use all of your senses, and hopefully one of them will fire, or there'll be a noise, or there'll be a something. If you get anything, shout, and I'll be there very, very soon. I'm going to go to the third room.
Did you hear that tapping?
Say again?
Tap, 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 tap. I just heard that here. It was like one of those gas things starting. Did no one hear it? It was here.
It isn't on, so it'll not.
There's no gas on, Tony.
It was just here. Wherever.
Tap again.
Well, a gas cooker when it does the 3 little clicks before the flame comes on. It was that. It was literally that sound.
Well, if I smelled gas before, that's one thing we don't want to see happen. So it was here, though, this place.
It was pretty much in this area.
It's chilly. Don't know whether it's any colder than it was earlier. I'm going to take a post in the other room. Check that out. I think I'll also take with me.
Someone else heard it on the stream.
They heard it.
Yeah. Some people didn't, some people did.
You hear that? Did you hear it clicking?
Not that time.
I'm just going to take this. It's essentially it's a heat thermometer, but it's laser. You fire a laser beam at this. If you look at the wall, you'll see the little red dot. Boom. And it tells you exactly what the temperature is. And then we'll be able to see if there's any fluctuations. But I'm going to be leaving Kaylee here. Good luck, Kaylee. And I will be in this room here. I'm not taking a torch. There's Jim's table. Jim, if you're here, if you're anywhere about, I'd love you to make yourself known.
What about the necromancer? Let's see if he's around.
We could certainly do that. It's 3 degrees colder here than it is next door, which is interesting. Right. Let's try the necromancer. See if Jim's here. Right, let's get cracking. I'd love to think that Jim would be here. Come on, Jim, be here. Hi, Jim. Hi, Jim. Are you here? Is anyone here? Is anyone here? Jim. Is there anyone here? I mean, who's that? Who smashed the glass here? Who smashed the glass here? Who smashed the glass here? Give me the name of someone who's there. Give me the name of someone who's there. Give me the name of someone. Jim. I got a Jim. This was your favorite table, was it? Was this your favorite table? What's the name of the girl that's there? What's the name of the girl that's there? What's the name of the girl who I can hear? I'd like her name. Tell me who's there. Come on. Speak to me. Tony, somebody's just moved beside you, right beside you. To your right, beside the table. Are you getting it? I'm seeing movement. Can you?
The light looks like it's moving a bit.
What?
The light looks like it's moving a bit. It's creaking. There's a bit of a creak.
No, it's swinging. Look. Is that just me? Is it moving?
I can hear that.
No, it's moving. Look. You seeing that? Look. Are you getting that?
Yes, I can see it now.
I just saw something. You just moved around here and I saw something kind of here. Did you just do that? Because I was over yonder. I'll go back there again if you'll do that again. Move that. Did you move that? Is it still moving?
It is slightly moving.
Look at the others. Are the others slightly moving? Just so we... I don't think they are.
No?
Who did that? Who did that? Well, I'm going to try a different feature where we select words from the place that maybe pick up something that's been here. Let me try this instead. This separates clear air and it picks words out. What is here? What house? Is there anyone here? Calm. It is calm in here. Are you ready to talk to us? Oh. Are you ready to talk to us? Find her. There's some female here that we have to find. It's very quiet. It's very calm. We've had a little bit of movement. Let's see if Kenny got anything. Let's head in his direction.
Whoa.
What was that? That was
around here somewhere.
That was something big falling.
Jesus.
And that was right behind us. And we were heading out. And there's nothing on the ground. There's nothing on the ground. There is nothing on the ground. You heard that?
I heard it.
That was massive noise. I hope the people back home heard it. Because we were going, I was heading to see Kenny. What could it have been?
Oh, that's a pipe. I thought it was.
No,
there's a bottle.
Is that the noise?
That's on all the tables. So
is that the noise?
I don't know.
That's not the noise.
No.
And it also came. I'm putting it on the table. it was over there. Spin around. There's got to be something there, Tony. You got movement again. Movement. You got movement.
This one moving.
Isn't it?
It is. Looks like it's like moving.
What was that thing on the...
There's
It's
nothing on
moving.
the floor around here.
But it had to be. It was huge. It was a big thumpy bumpy thing. I think it would take some kind of weight to move one of these.
No windows open, is there? No?
I'm
Don't think
feeling
so.
warm in here. I'm feeling warm. I'd love to find out if anybody's caught any of the dark things moving in here.
Yeah, take some screenshots if you see anything.
If you see any
please.
darkness moving. That was really loud behind us. Do something else. Come on, let's get started. It's early in the night. Let's see what's going to happen here. Frustrating. You get a something, and you can't guarantee that something's going to happen every time you go anywhere. But that was stellar. Anything, Kenny? We've had these moving, 2 of them, and we've had a big noise like something massive falling on the floor, but there's nothing on the floor. Tony was right behind me, and he just spun because I heard it, he heard it. So hang on, I'll grab a chair and come and join you.
Something I've never seen before. Just little white flashes.
White
I've never seen
flashes?
that. Yeah, little in the air, just little white flashes kind of thing. It's heavy in here. You can feel really heavy. It was like a low grumble and noise, and scraping, like a little scraping here. Do you know, like as if these numbers? You know, like the
Like
things
you're
the
choking
board?
on a board.
Like them, yeah.
Because there's a chalkboard over there.
As if, but it was that.
Oh, but
corner.
they're not. It's not a chalkboard. It's like a.
But it was this corner, Alan.
Hang on.
It was that. Corner.
Well, let me make the noise and see if it's.
It was that corner.
Let's set a trap then. Let's set a trap. Give me a number, Kenny.
7.
Hang on. 7 on the bottom. Next line up.
3.
7, 3.
And I'm trying to think of your number. Can you do 11? Anything?
7, 3. 11 would be that one.
Oh my God.
What's the matter? Right. So 7.
666 on the top. No, 616.
No, you're all right.
9. Yeah.
So anyway, you got 6, 3, 7. 6, 3, 7. 6, 3, 7. We'll set it. But was that the noise it made?
That's the kind of slidey. Yeah.
Right.
But it was from that corner, definitely. And yeah, it's like a low sort of grumbly.
Because what I want to do is I want you to swap with me,
Right.
if you don't mind. I'm going to
Nice
sit
from
here.
across there as well.
What noise was it?
I don't know. Those noises across there. Little noises. But that cue's not moved.
Hang on.
That cue's not moved.
There's a queue.
No, it hasn't moved. It's there.
No, there's a queue here.
No, that's a rest.
It's a rest, but it's still on the table.
I don't know if that was there before or not.
Well, would we not have seen it?
That would have been there before, surely.
Do you think? Well, I'm going to put it down again, and
That would have been there before.
do you think?
Well, I'm hoping so.
I'm just going to.
There is like little white flashes in this room, but I don't know where they're coming from. Just little white flashes. Nothing. It is a sense of heaviness in here, and it's freezing cold, but it's sitting across there.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to swap with you. I'm just going to check on Kaylee as well. I think for the beginning, I think we've had a bit of history. Let's see what Kaylee's got. Kaylee's in the corner. Nobody puts Kaylee in the corner, isn't it? Anything, Kaylee?
Little taps around the whole of the
Oh, that was B tapping.
There was a tap on one of these as well.
There was a tap on one of these.
Yeah, there was like a tap in front of it. I'm also seeing like I don't know whether it's dust that I'm seeing because it's quite like this bits in front of my eyes like white and it like I don't know whether it's dust.
We've had gentle moving of the hanging of the lights.
Overheads, they
Do they move a lot?
they don't move, no.
They don't move.
No, they're
had
really heavy.
We've had two moving, and we've also, just as we were coming out to try and check on you guys, something major, like just
I heard a big loud
like a
bang.
thump from next door.
I heard a really big loud bang, and I heard you shout. So I assumed you knew about it, but there was a big bang. And
But it was
on the
right
wall.
behind. I was literally 20 feet.
It was on this wall, I think, because
What, was it in here?
No.
It sounded like it was through there.
It was through there, but it was on like the connecting wall. So I think it was on the other side
Right.
of this wall. That
I thought, and it just my perception of it was directly behind me, down kind of like the central avenue.
It was really loud.
But there was nothing on the floor, and it something hit the floor.
Was it a snooker ball by any chance? Because like they're things that they should still be on. They could still be on the tables.
I've
Maybe
never
one of
looked
those.
underneath. I'm not going under there at all.
No. Because
But I think we should definitely have a wriggle round because this is building really nicely. So you had a few little tweaks,
taps and
tweaks.
just like what we were hearing when you were
Right. No, absolutely. We even just walking around you hear little bits and you get little tweaks here and there too. So, right, Kenny, I want to put Kenny in that room, which means I've got to put you in the room where Kenny was. And I know you're not going to like that, Kaylee, but
No, I don't like that room. It's not nice, is it?
right.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You've described it.
So, just the central chair, Kaylee, if you would, right in the middle. You see the one over there? Is that okay? Yeah, right in the middle. That'd be great. Good luck to you, Kaylee. Thank you. Right. Yes, I did. Did you know when we came in here, there was a rest on the floor? We found another rest on the table.
Was the one?
I didn't see it, and I noticed that, so I would have seen that.
I think we might have to go back. I would have to look back because I didn't think there was anything on the table, but there could have been, but I didn't think there was anything on the table.
It was lying here, so I've just rested
We
it.
never really checked, so we weren't sure if it was already there.
Tantalising.
Just up there. I would have to look back at it though.
Oh, it's here there. It's there, man.
Good luck.
Oh, you're going in
I died there.
this one. Sorry, it's here. Right, I stayed right at the very, very bottom. Yeah, up here. So, you getting smell? When you see the chair in the corner, Kenny, that's the one for you. And I'll try that room next door. What the hell's happening around here? Now, because we started a little bit later, I think we should go into round two a little bit later too, if that's okay, Tony.
Yeah, all good.
Let's do that, because we're just getting started now. And we've got the little side rooms we've got down there beside the funeral director's office also. And where am I going? I'm going here. Let's see what we get. in this room.
Someone's put some balls on the table and see if they move. So there's a set
Absolutely.
of balls here. So if you want to set them up,
No, absolutely.
that might be a good idea. Let's see now.
It's not exactly setting them up, was it? Let's. You see what I'm doing? Do you hear that? Did you not hear that? Like a knocking back there.
She did say that she heard something on these.
Did you not hear that?
I'm not sure. I was concentrating on that.
Right.
Not
Well,
sure.
I'm just going to sit here and be quiet. That's not exactly a straight line, but it's not far from it. Oh, do you see the flash? Over by the bar. Heard a little tap there. It's very subtle. Come on, move something.
There was a flash in that bit of glass there. I'm not sure if it picked up on the camera.
Do it. You see, Spirit, easier.
It was over here, definitely. I don't know if anyone saw that.
It was definitely in the. Oh, careful.
Seems like it was near around here.
Right.
Yeah, people saw it.
People saw it.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes peeled. You are the people that will see these things. It won't be us more often than not.
Lots of people saw a flash.
Oh, come on.
It's over here, definitely.
Uh-huh.
What is this? Is this a window or a pane? No.
I think it's a mirror.
It's not a mirror. It's either a...
It's like etchings on it.
Something clicked back at the bar.
Yeah. Just heard a little tap.
I heard that back here.
Just heard a little tap.
Was that white ball out of line?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Did he put them all in a line?
I put all the balls in a line.
Because the white one is out.
I might not have put that in a line.
People heard the tap on the stream as well.
Yeah. Oh,
There it is over there. Again. There's something over here, because that's where the flash was.
definitely something over there. sometimes you've just got to sit and let it happen. Come on. I've just seen the flash.
I've just seen that flash again.
Did you see the flash?
I saw it at the corner of my eye. I'm not sure if it was on the video.
I got a flash.
But how can it's flashing inside that bit of glass
But
or
that's,
something?
it's like a mirror though, isn't it?
I don't know. How can it keep flashing?
I don't know.
Everything's off, or just the emergency lights are on.
It's just teasing us. That's what it's doing. God, this is frustrating.
Well, people are saying the balls have moved, so that
The balls have moved.
well, the white ball was in the line.
Was it?
I think so. Or was there even a white ball there? There is a white ball there with a gap in the line now.
Well, it's
It could have rolled down, but
a snooker table, shouldn't.
it shouldn't really. But
Move then. It'd be so cool if you moved right now. That was right beside you. That was right beside you. Just to the left. Jeebus.
oh God,
What the hell was that?
I heard two things there.
I heard it like a thump and then like a metal noise.
Like a penny drop or something.
We'll be on the floor then. This is what happened in the other room. Something fell and there was nothing on the floor. There's nothing on the floor. I'm going to get a torch. If there's anything, I'll find the damn thing. I heard a metal noise. What's metal to land? There's something to land on.
Well, apart from the scaffolding's metal, but there's nothing. Nothing's clanked off it.
Noise at the back corner. I'm starting to get a bit skittish. I'm feeling a bit fluttery. Normally don't, but I'm at the minute. Ooh. Hearing the odd noise. There's nothing on the floor. Just heard a metallic noise, not from this room. Come on. How great would it be if something, someone, something, anyone, move a ball. Move a ball. Come on. Nobody touching the table. Move a ball. Come on. People are always looking for proof. You could do it right now. You could do it right now. Come on. You could do it right now. Prove it to everybody. Even the doubters. Come on. I hope people are getting things at home. I hope you're picking stuff up here. Hair on my arms are standing on end. I'm starting to feel a bit shaky as well. Just heard a noise. Just heard a noise. Just heard a noise. It's kind of like a... Come on. Ball was there. Ball was there. Ball was there. Keep the ball in the middle. Keep it there. Keep it there. No. No. No, I set a trap. I set a trap and it didn't work. I did that with a ball. Ah, damn it. I was so sure it would. You know, I was so positive. Sometimes when you set stuff up, like we've got numbers next door, you set stuff up, you move them on purpose because you want something to move it again to prove you. Didn't do it. There's not a thing moved there. Don't the ball thing. I'm going to do it once more and hope it does it. No, you've got to... Oh, come on. If you can make stuff move, make stuff move. Make stuff move. Oh, it's flashing.
Where was that?
Flashing up here.
The ball.
Up there. Yep. Flashing. Come on. I want to set another couple of traps, maybe. Maybe another couple of traps. Let's go in here first. Oh, hang on. Let's go and see how Kaylee's done. Hi, Kaylee. Any joy? Big bang on there.
That door is sealed off on the other side, so nobody can actually
Get in.
Like it's not. It doesn't go anywhere.
We set some trap up here as well for.
There was clicks in that corner, clicks in that.
6-3. That's the same. 6-3-7. 6-3-7. 6-3-7. No good. No. Getting some noises, some bangs. It's subtle here. I set a trap with a billiard cue. You put them all in a lane and then I moved one and just left it. Because the thought is if you put things in an organized place, it would want to return it to the middle, and it didn't. So I've returned it to the middle and I've moved a different one. We'll go back and we'll see if that one's been done. But the noise that I heard in the other place was absolute. So you've just got ear bang, nothing else? Any flashes?
No flashes, just a bang there and click over there and a bang on the door, which shouldn't be. Like,
It's actually,
yeah.
It's secured. So there's a bang on there. Stay where you are till I've grabbed Kenny. Let's see. Ken? Anything? You've got
clean shooting up my right leg. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. Yeah.
What have you, I suppose, because I'm going to give you a torch next time.
Right.
Try not to use it unless you actually
Right.
hear something. I'm going
There's
to,
knocks here, though. There's a couple of knocks and stuff here. And you keep on seeing different shadows, but you're not sure if it's the car headlights through the window. You can see different shadows moving on here.
right.
But I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to explain it to myself. Trying to be rational.
No, absolutely. I mean, this place, this is where we've had a little bit. We've had a little bit in here. Yeah, we've had a little bit. We've had a little bit. It was down this middle that we heard the noisy thing.
Yeah, when I was sitting there, that's what the noise was. Clunk. It was as soon as you put something down like that.
Not getting much blackness moving, and that's important.
The rest of it there, I don't know if was there before that.
But you see, everything's on CCTV, so if anything's moved, don't know either.
One there, look, there's one against the wall.
The good thing is we got proof, backup proof, I suppose, with the cameras they've got in here. It sounded like it. No,
Could it be that, you know?
no, it hit the floor. I know it hit the floor. Whatever it was, hit the floor. Could you do that again for us, please? Could you do that again for us? And then there was that thing that we saw. It's not that. Wonder what was flashing. Is that anything? No. Oh, right. We have a story to tell. And it's the story of the hall, Whitley Hall, and the person who lived there, and a man who did very bad things to the people that lived in the Claremont area. Now, if you would like to hear that story, press your subscribe button, please, and we will take that into part 2. Don't forget, if you please share this feed with other people, share it and let everybody enjoy it, and hopefully we can grow and grow and grow. I would love to think that you will do that for us. Please share away. And everybody that shares goes in for that beautiful amulet, the protective amulet that you get with the chain, and our beautiful and fabulous drawstring bag. So if you would like that, share and share. For us now, I think we've done a little bit extra because we know it took a while for us to get started tonight. Our apologies for that. We have more things to do. We want to test our necromancer in various parts of this area. We also want to go through and do temperature checks too. We're going to be doing that in every room to see if they're going to change across tonight. We've got a few other tricks up our sleeve too. So I hope you enjoyed us. Immediately after this, we're going to take a very, very quick break. Part 2, our supporters will already have. How do you click the supporters? You actually gave me something to read that you sent me.
Because we're on YouTube now.
We're on YouTube
supporters
too, so it's actually a little complicated. So please bear with me while I just grab this. Did you email it?
I did.
You did, right? Okay. It's important that I share this with you. In the meantime, just keep an eye open, see if you could find anything at all here. I have the slowest telephone in the history of the world. So let's see what it is. To become a supporter on Facebook, just hit the Become a Supporter button right now. It should be at the top of the page. You can also hit the green shield below this live video. It's not working for some people, so if not, then follow the link that we'll be putting into the comments right now. Once you subscribe, the next part of the ghost hunt will be there on the main page. You'll also join the new supporters group, and that will have extra content and extra perks just for you. To become a supporter on YouTube, then just hit the Join Us button below the video, and you'll find all of the extra content under the Membership tab along the top. You'll find all of the extra stuff there every week, and part 2 of this ghost hunt tonight in a few hours. The reason we can't stream the second part live to both at the same time is because they're both private groups and both sites don't allow it. But thank you so much for your support. The more support we have, the more we can bring you. We've got some great things lined up. So let us get busy. We're going to power down now, take a break, 5 minutes. It's usually about 5 minutes. Then we'll be up and at them again, and hopefully you will join us where we tell you the true story of the deaths that happened right here. Catch you in 5 minutes. Please press that support button and join us. Thank you for watching. If we don't see you until next week, God bless you and I wish you well.